Doggone Buster is the second segment of the 26th episode of the first season of My Friends Tigger and Pooh. This is the last segment of the first season and also the last one that I have to watch because, for whatever reason, currently only season 1 is available on Disney Plus in the UK, which is exceedingly annoying. But nevertheless, this is all I can watch for now. Hopefully one day they'll put the rest of the episodes on. Am I ending with a good episode? Yes, actually, I think there are a lot of benefits. It gets a little emotional. If you've ever lost a pet, or even if you have a lot of love for your pet, you might find it a little bit sad because Darby has lost Buster. And the episode is all about trying to find Buster, and I will explain a little bit more about this and mention some highlights. So there will be spoilers from now as I discuss what happens and ultimately what happens with Buster. And it is quite emotional, but we also have some really great bits of advice. For example, one of the characters, I can't remember who, but one of them suggests making signs so that people in the wood will know that Buster is missing. So if they see him, they can tell Darby. And I think this is brilliant because unfortunately pets do sometimes go missing and it can be very, very distressing for fully grown adults, never mind children. So giving children this idea that they can maybe help make a sign, even if it's not a poster that you're actually going to display, helping them do something proactive can be really beneficial. And I think that we have some other great tips as well. And Darby's visiting different people who know Buster, people who might have seen him. So I think that it all works really well as a narrative. It flows really well, and then we have some great bits of advice too. We also have, I hadn't expected this, but we have a delightful song. The characters sing B-I-N-G-O, but with Buster's initials, and that seems like it shouldn't fit because there's an extra letter in Buster, but actually they managed to make it fit, and I love that song. It's a very nostalgic song for me. I have very fond memories of singing that song as a child at school, so I rather enjoyed that as well. I thought it was really, really delightful and definitely not what I expected. And then we have, ultimately, a brilliant lesson, a brilliant message, because what happens is we find out that Lumpy had been playing with Roo and Buster, and they decided to go off with Buster without asking permission. And that is such an important lesson. Children should not, they shouldn't wander off on their own anyway, but they certainly shouldn't take pets with them without telling somebody where that pet is going. And I think that that's such a crucial bit of advice. So I thought that was a really great way to end this episode, to end this segment, by basically telling children, don't wander off with pets, whether they're your pets or somebody else's pets. Because I imagine I didn't have a dog when I was very young. I had a dog much later. But I can imagine it can be probably quite tempting for a child to say they're going out playing with their friends and then they just grab the dog's leash off of the banister or the wherever it's hanging up and then just take the dog off without telling anybody. Particularly if they already help with walking the dog, they might not realise that it's definitely not a good idea to do that. So really good bit of advice there, I think, and brilliant, of course, for the safety of the pet as well as the child. And I rather enjoyed this one. The B-I-N-G-O bit, definitely a highlight. It's a strong end to season 1 and a strong end currently to my Friends Tigger and Pooh journey. I really hope Disney Plus uploads the rest of them because I have no more. This is actually the first time in a very long time, probably well over a year, that I've not had a weekly Pooh Bear video, because before this I was reviewing the Book of Pooh and the various films, and for the first time in a tremendously long time, I have no Winnie the Pooh. Kind of devastating. Hope Disney Plus sort that out soon. But either way, Doggone Buster is definitely a really good episode and certainly a very strong end to season 1 of My Friends Tigger and Pooh.